Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the stream. I'm Robin, the Anderjack without a C. My cat Sam is beneath me, sleeping in her bed, and we are playing some gosh darn Robot Alchemic Drive. So hi everyone, and welcome. Let's go ahead and hop right on in. Hi Lindsay, hi Aleph, hi Cat, and hello Redemption. Lark is helping out once again. Thank you very much. And hello, Judge.
We've completed analysis of the Vulgara that have appeared. We found no traces of biological response. There is no pilot.
Ooh. So the Vulgara are just big damn robots.
No pilot. Just as predicted.
Oh no, he's gonna be all like, see, I told you. This is the next stage of human evolution. They did it, why can't we?
What? You actually predicted the absence of a pilot? Unquestionably. So you predicted that the robots would operate without pilots?
That is
Then
what he just said.
Where are the real Vulgara? What are the Vulgara?
Listen, I try very hard to nail these.
I think you know that they are life forms, not of this earth. Nobody's ever seen a real Vulgara. They're mounting a major invasion, but they've never been seen. It's strange.
They are the
It
robots.
doesn't make sense. Nobody's tried to negotiate with the Vulgara. Even if we're at war, they can't just drop all diplomatic contact. You know of the nectar barrier, do you not? Of course. Nectar is the toxic radiance that drifts through space, killing all life.
Nectar. If there was a voice director at all, they would have told him he doesn't need to yell into the mic. I don't know. I think he nailed it. Doc looks like the kind of person who gets turned on from knowing something someone else doesn't, but dropping the most obvious hints that he does.
Correct.
He's very good at it.
Nectar radiance drifts throughout the cosmos.
Nectar, pronounced Reptar.
Life forms cannot survive in space because of it. It goes without saying that no alien life forms could come to Earth. What is the relevance of that? The Vulgara came to Earth unharmed by Nectar. The answer is obvious.
Hey, Mom.
What
Good
are
to see
you?
ya. Hard of hearing grandpa representation. Listen, diversity is important.
A humanoid alien appeared in the city.
What? A humanoid alien? Are you kidding?
It's a civilian report, but there appear to be many witnesses.
Huh? So we're supposed to respond to a call like that?
Yes.
Things have been quite chaotic lately, but a humanoid alien? That's patently absurd.
It was last reported in Senjo City.
Oh yeah, Sims 4 added like a whole bunch of accessibility stuff. That's right, they added like binders and chest scars and like I think they've added some other stuff. Yeah. You know what? Sims 4 is alright. Rocky start, but good.
I'd better check on it.
Hey Lark. Welcome to the stream. Having just greeted you. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got. We kind of want to avoid like all of the southern space. Oh my god. It's a little guy! One of my favorite simmers was roasting the binder, and I'm like, have you seen a binder? The point is that they are extremely smooth. But also one of my friends made that model, so I must come to her defense. Listen, it's important.
The report was phoned in from the location shown by the red spot on the map.
Had a funny moment yesterday when my brother told me that his girlfriend's sister asked for help building a PC only to play The Sims. That's smart. That's very smart.
Roger, I'll check it out. It's likely to be a hoax, though. Seriously, a humanoid alien? Like on those kiddie superhero TV shows?
Alright, let's go look at this humanoid alien, which I am assuming is a cosplay.
Humanoid alien, huh? I wonder if it will blubber or screech, like the villains on TV.
Is that your first thought?
Pardon?
Only the flunkies do that.
Oh, right.
Well, maybe this is the Putty Patrol. You don't know. Oh my god, our health bar is huge. We really have been upgrading our shit, haven't we? I love it. Hello, my little dude. Would you like to diplomacy?
What? What is this guy?
As if. Love a good key smash to represent a different language.
It teleported. We're searching for the teleportation signature. Destination confirmed. It's in front of the MHI head office building.
Oh, yeah. So that link right there is, set aside 2.5 minutes of your time for one of the most cursed bits of audio I've ever heard in my life. Anyway.
Masaki's head office building. I'm on my way.
Okay, now we need to head over this way. We are still super fast, super shielded.
It's a good thing I brought this weapon. Press the triangle button to use it.
Well, I've got a grenade. Yeah. I know people like kind of knock Sims 4 a little bit, or just Maxis in general. But it's The Sims. I don't know what anyone wants. It's so good. Yeah, I need to give it a shot as well. I have so many more OCs that I need to stick in a building and have them hate each other.
Hey, do a better job of protecting MHI. It's your job, isn't it?
Oh no.
I don't have time for that. Next time.
Wait.
That was a delivery.
MHI makes 20% of the world's anti-Vulgara weapons. So protecting MHI is the same as protecting the world.
Well, protecting 20% of MHI. Wait, is that how that works? Look, it doesn't matter.
You don't happen to have aliens as acquaintances, do you?
Hey, Crow. And also, very nice.
What?
Okay, where else do we need to go? Turn around. Turn around. Turn around to find the thing that made the sound. Oh, there he is.
It can't be. A real Vulgara?
It's so weird seeing them with 2D art. Oh,
Shaman! Attack it!
okay. I don't feel comfortable with that, but this is a video game. Well, that didn't work. Boopin' is fountain! I would love to attack it. There we go. Oh, that was weird. So difficult to line up that grenade. Just give me a first-person mode or something.
Whoa!
Right, 2002 PlayStation. Not gonna
Watch
happen.
out!
How? Who's the man with the mile-high butt crack?
What are you doing? You almost got yourself killed.
You almost glued your head on right.
Who are you?
Do you have a weapon? Next time, shoot it.
Oh, thank you, Mom, for the gift.
Wait a second. That could have been a real Volgara. It's the first close encounter.
I mean,
What
the
are you
robots
saying?
also count.
You must be dreaming.
We may have finally made contact with one of the beings that made those robots.
That was a satellite machine.
Satellite machine.
Okay, so the robots are the next evolution of humanity, and the humanoid aliens are actually satellites.
Think about it. They came from space. They can't be organic life forms, right? After all, no organic life form can survive exposure to nectar radiance.
Nectar.
I know that, but the Volgara did come to Earth.
There's no time. That's enough arguing. Let's go. We have to get it.
I'm assuming by some of the reactions in the chat that he is already able to get it.
Destination confirmed. It's in front of the stadium.
You know, I do appreciate them keeping the lore consistent here.
The stadium. I'm on my way.
Okay, so I actually do have some bits, like, some things I like about the way they're presenting the lore, because they're giving us Volgara that have the exact same vulnerability to this nectar radiance. They have the exact same issues with space travel that we do. So it actually does kind of just make a little bit of sense. There we go. Okay, I'm getting better at that. 2 attempts.
What are you doing? Shoot it!
I don't have a gun. What do you want me to do? I have a grenade.
There.
There we go. Don't tell me to shoot when I don't have a shoot button. This grenade has like the same curve of the rock from Friday the 13th on NES. I don't have a firearms license. I'm only a 17-year-old CEO. Yeah, like, he's got the gun. He has more of a capacity to shoot than we do. He literally has any capacity, which is more than what we've had. Like, sir.
It summoned a robot.
Rubat.
Run! It will stomp us!
It summoned that robot. It was a real Volgara.
Why don't you shoot my lips with your lips, fancy man?
You have to destroy that big metal bastard.
Okay.
No. We should capture that Volgara. It's
Oh.
probably the driver.
I told you already that it's only a satellite machine.
I don't know
Yes,
what that
but-
means.
It's only a machine that collects data for the Phantom system. Destroy it, and the enemy's Phantom system will no longer work.
Oh.
A data collection machine for the Phantom system? So it's not a real Volgara?
The Volgara are mechanical life forms that evolved to withstand nectar radiance.
Why don't we sit in the hot tub and have a few drinks and see what happens, fancy pants? God. Just so many fancy
I
pants.
understand that you want to believe that an intelligent alien would be humanoid. But a real alien being, it's not necessarily going to be humanoid.
If what you say is true,
I mean,
it begs the question of where the real Volgara are.
he's got a point there.
Right in front of you.
What? You...
See, that's what they were leading to.
That's the real Volgara?
Yes, a species that made the ultimate evolutionary step of mechanization.
Those aliens in EDF, they look just like humans. They have 2 arms and 2 legs, just like us. And 2 eyes at the front of their
giant
head.
mechanical
We can
gods who
use
live
that to
in
our
space.
advantage.
That's incredible.
They must have been beings like us originally. But they adopted their mechanical bodies to survive, no, thrive in space.
Volgara, a race of machines? There's no hope in negotiation. They're too different from us.
Wow, dude.
Not only their bodies, I imagine they think unlike us too. The Volgara have their own logic and sense of justice. We can't even imagine it.
Their own sense of this. You know what? This might
Anyway,
actually be a Kamen
this
Rider
Volgara
knockoff.
has to be destroyed. You take it on with your Mega Knight, I'll deal with the satellite machines.
We have a ground buddy. A buddy of the ground.
We're ready to launch. You can launch by pressing the select button.
Get over here. And yes, we are once again going with our cousin Lyle. If ground buddy and he doesn't have a health bar, it's perfect. Alright, we're going to fast forward through this because we have seen Lyle so much, and we're about to see more of him. Then we're going to fly our way over. I just love this. Hey, bud. Yeah, what's up? Oh god, we need to get out of here. Ooh, blocked right on time. Back up. Gosh. Okay. We got a good start to this. Whee! Oh. Okay. Sorry, he was crouching, and I didn't realize that's what he was doing. That's weird. Bonk. That was someone's grandma, I'm so sorry. Ouch. Oh, that is like a genuinely very cool little wind-up punch he's got. Too bad we're going to kill him. Nope. We're actually managing to avoid knocking down too many buildings at the moment, which is great. I love that. Oof. Ow. Oh no. Is there a tiny little guy trying to shoot me? There is a tiny little guy trying to shoot me. What the hell? Hey, bud. What the shit? I didn't ask for this. There we go. Oh god, we are so low on health. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, so how's everybody doing today? I myself am pretty tired. I've done a little bit of running around and getting a bunch of stuff together. writing a bunch of stuff over the past week that unfortunately is not stuff to share, it's like personal life stuff. And I did a fair amount of chores today. Just like, I bought some new equipment for the stream. I have a new audio input and an XLR cable, and now I just need to go find a better mic. So hopefully in the near future, like sometime this month, we're gonna get some better sounding me.
What's the matter? The robots were the real Volgara. I never even considered it.
It's the truth. I very much doubt if they even consider themselves to be invaders. They probably came upon this planet and found it to be infested with pests. Us!
I don't believe this.
I do.
The Volgara, they're completely different from us.
Different from humans? But was that always the case? Perhaps they are the future of humankind.
I still don't like where you're going with that. Cat says, I'm tired, work was nothing fancy, but it's also really freaking cold, and that tends to drain the batteries. That's fair. It just warmed up here, which is nice, because it was like bracingly cold for the Pacific Northwest. Just dropped to below 30s for a bit. Doing okay-ish, Aleph says. Extended exercise earlier, and I've been doing release of my Goblin game, which I've reblogged, and y'all should check it out. And celebrating my partner's interactive fiction coming out, too. That's right, that's Fallen Hero Retribution? Which has been, like, both of those games have been getting, like, some... Well, at least the first game has been getting some, like, great reviews. So if you want to, like, drop a link, by all means. Judge says, I've been indulging my jet fighter mania by reading an old manga about mercenary pilots called Area 88. That's really cool. Hey, also one of my favorite SNES games. It was called UN Squadron here. It's also a pretty good arcade game. It's some good stuff. Yes, I was right. Fallen Hero Retribution. Cat says, I was about to say that's fucking dumb, and then I thought of what we might think of a continent full of sentient termites with giant colony mounds. I mean, that's kind of what we are. We even destroy wood all the time. It crashed the site. Oh, hell yes. That's great news. I mean, not great for sales, but... Let's see. First day of this week that I haven't had to have a strange maintenance or contractor in my apartment, so the spike of draining anxiety that has happened every other day this week is reduced. Hell yes. Jack is also very pleased that he got to nap uninterrupted on my lap. Hi, Jack. Good, Jack. Big purr.
Who was that guy?
That was Sawyer, the late Dr. Arai's son.
Oh, yeah, that's the doctor at the very beginning of the game who was like, the next stage of human evolution, before he got blown up.
Why was he here? Still, he was trained to fight Volgara. It was fortunate that he came.
Well, I wish Sam would take after Jack right now, because Sam has been so loud. Which is weird for her. Sometimes she just gets a bug up her butt, and is just like, it's time to cause problems.
We bring you a follow-up report on yesterday's Volgara incident. A night after the Volgara attack, the scope of destruction has become evident. Damage appears to be worse than originally estimated.
Nine! Trust
Damage
me!
was particularly heavy in Senjo's new city center. The following buildings have been destroyed. The
German
stadium.
accent must be Josh Sawyer.
These buildings have been completely destroyed. Total
Oh, it's
damage
fine.
is estimated to exceed 20 billion yen.
Yeah, that's still fine. But it sucks that, like, the stadium gets destroyed and that just completely screws you up. The stadium is so expensive. Jesus Christ. Alright, so once again, as we've established last time, we are going to be saving after every mission because there are too many instances of Nanau's bakery and house getting blown the hell up. Hi, Malik. We've destroyed the stadium so much. It's usually the first to go. And it doesn't help that, like, they keep putting us there. Just to say hi. Like, welcome. Welcome to stadium. Anyway, it's a parking lot now. Okay, so looks like the Mega Knight is on the enemy's warpath. What are we even using it for? Who's playing baseball during the worldwide alien invasion? I mean, we're also tasked with going to school, which is, again, very Evangelion. Like, there's a lot of problems, is the issue we're having here. Ooh, a classic. We haven't seen one of these guys in a bit. So what's the twist? Galang Galang!
Glang will do this time. Chairman, ride Glang into battle.
Oh, hold up. Oh, why did I do that? Here. There we go. Let's see how many buildings we can avoid destroying. Not many. Can you please transform? Please? Huh?
What is the matter?
It's Glang. It won't transform into the vertical mode.
Oh no.
What?
Transformation system malfunction. Glang can't go to vertical mode.
Dang it!
Malfunction? Of all times! It can't be helped. Chairman, you'll have to battle in fortress mode.
Well, that's gonna be
The
great.
triangle button fires the proton beam. The circle button triggers the Gaia cannon. We are counting on you.
Okay. This sucks. But we're gonna figure it out. Let's see. Oh wait, that's actually great. Okay. We repositioned him further away from the Now's Bakery. Donk. Oh hell yes. Oh, this is great actually. We're just gonna be spinning around for a hot minute. Oh hey, this is actually kind of working right now. Unfortunately, we don't have a hell of a lot of ammo or energy. In fact, we have nothing. So I guess we're gonna ram them. Knock him over like a white person in an infomercial. Has this ever happened to you? I've fallen, and I can't get back up.
Having a rough time, I see.
Yeah, I am.
What? Who are you?
The transformation system malfunctioned? You're in deep trouble.
I know that. It's not looking good. You need to get out of here.
There we go. Come on, show me the thing.
This is the anti-Volgara grenade made by Bullnose.
Oh, this is not what I was expecting.
Made.
Its range is limited, but it packs a decent punch. Against the Volgara, this thing's like a toy. I'd say the odds are overwhelmingly against us.
Fair.
But I'll stick it out to the end with you. You need all the help you can get.
Man, you're way more supportive than, like, my ex. Alright, I guess we're doing this. We're doing so great. This is working out very well for us. So good. Soya, either get lost or kiss me. Right? Just avoid defeat, Soya, that's all. I hope I'm doing this right, because oh my god, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do about this situation. Doing so great. Just grenades constantly. Yeah, just entire blood sprays. All those red mists when you get hit are intense.
We're not doing any damage.
Nope.
Now what?
That's not true. We are inflicting damage. We're struggling, but the enemy's feeling it too. Keep attacking.
Oh my god, really? Well, he's not moving, so let's just do our best. Boy, I love Shadow of the Colossus. God, so what's everybody been playing lately? Because I just started playing Midnight Suns, the new Marvel game, and you know what? I like any game that just views Iron Man as somebody to dunk on constantly. I think that's great. And it's a decent card game. Whoa! Okay, so we did it. Oh, that is a lot of convulsing. Railgrade, Warframe, tried out Loop Hero recently. Ooh, yeah. I need to get back to Loop Hero. I never completed it. Tail End of Fata Morgana, but I did buy Hi-Fi Rush to try after I'm done. Hi-Fi Rush is fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's only 30 bucks. Like, that's great.
Better return to your base and get that Mega Knight repaired.
I'm actually going to buy it soon.
Well, it's a miracle that we're still alive.
He saved us again. Who is he?
That was Soya, the late Dr. Arai's son.
What? Dr. Arai's son? So he's trying to avenge his father? It's lunacy to go against the Volgara.
And yet...
Together with you, he was a candidate to drive the Mega Knights.
Oh, does he drive that other Mega
He also
Knight?
received training to combat the Volgara. Still, it's foolhardy to fight for revenge. He's been lucky so far.
It's like, he obviously pilots the Black Mega Knight, right? He's even got like the Power Ranger motif of like wearing the same color as the thing he pilots.
We bring you a follow-up report on yesterday's Volgara incident.
Okay, this better be good,
A
because
night
like...
after the Volgara attack, the scope of destruction has become evident.
Are you impressed, Soya?
The damage has been minimal.
Huh?
The damage was concentrated in downtown Senjo. Total damage is estimated to be below 1 billion yen.
Hell yeah.
For this, Senjo plans to reward the Foundation with a special award.
Oh, that is some good art right there. Thank you for sharing that. Anyway, we got the Senjo Peace Award, which means we have an absurd amount of billions of yen. Okay, actually, I'm going to go to the laboratory so I can buff up our old man. Let's see. I want to go fast. And we'll power up our grenade too. Now that we've kind of like got a lot of our basic stuff taken care of, all of the armor for our mechs, now we can just kind of do whatever we want because like most of the time, just swinging punches left and right is all we need to do. And that's great. I love that. I find it psychologically interesting to report success as a measure of collateral damage. Because often you want a big number as a measure of success, right? Yeah, it's like, it's golf. This is literally just a golf game meets boxing. And that's a great combo. Not to be confused for 100-foot robot golf. Because that is also 100-foot robot golf is also a great game that has similarly bad voice acting, but on purpose. I love that game. Always Lyle. I love Lyle. You need smallest number to get biggest number. No goblin is just like that. Ooh, tell me more. Yeah, it's like, it's kind of great. Like, the less damage you do, the more money you get. And in order to do that, you've got to be just like, you got to thread some needles. It's a lot of fun.
The enemy is the usual one. Don't hold anything back.
Hey, Lindsay, I'll disagree with you only on this point. Or on 2 points. 1, putt-putt. And 2, dangerous golf by the people who made Danger Zone. Dangerous golf is great. But that's mostly because it's a game about property damage. And who doesn't love some property damage? Mini golf is great. I actually miss being able to just go do mini golf. Oh, no goblin did roundabout and 100-foot robot golf. Oh my god. Yes. That's incredible. I actually did not know that. I am very glad to know that. That's cool. Oh. Let's see. Where are we? Oh, okay. I see what you're about. Okay. Okay.
What?
What?
Chairman, what's wrong?
Convert all apartment rooftops to mini golf courses. Oh my god, I would love that actually.
I can't control the Mega Knight. What?
Powerful radio waves are being transmitted from all over Senjo.
Oh my god.
The Volgara must be jamming the controller's operating frequency. The confounded Volgara. They know how to exploit our vulnerabilities.
All you need to do is turn off your phone.
What?
Get your
now?
mom to unplug the vacuum cleaner. It's fine.
Determine where the jamming signals are originating.
Yes, sir. I've indicated the locations on the map.
Nailed that, Reed.
The jamming devices are all over town. They must be destroyed.
The red spots on your map indicate the locations of the jamming devices.
Roger.
I do hope that this part is a gimmick because, oh boy, having to do all of this
That
is
must
going to be a hell of a
jamming
thing.
device.
Alright, let's see. Let's get... Nope. Gotta
Having
meet
a
with the
hard
boyfriend.
time?
You.
I'll help. You could use any help you can get, right?
Okay, in which case, let's go. Whee! Nope, that didn't do it. That's one.
Good! Destroy all the other jamming devices!
Okay, I want to. That's not in question. Thank you, 2002 video game from Japan with over tutorializing. I love you too. Ah, jeez. Okay, these grenades are so fussy. Ooh, that's a callback, Judge. I don't think I ever got around to playing Extermination, though. But then again, this channel keeps up. We're gonna be playing a lot of weird shit over time, so...
I destroyed a jamming device.
Thank you, Boo. Oh god, come on, there we go, there we go. Oh god, he's beating up a robot. I hate it. Stop beating up my boy. Please, please stop beating up my boy. My big tall boy. Thankfully our armor is so beefy that he can't really do anything of value. So that's great. Alright, there we go.
The jamming signals are gone. The Meganite should be controllable.
And now we fly. Actually, here's a thought. What's the weirdest game you remember playing on PS2, GameCube, or Xbox? Or even like PS1? Just a game you really like that you've never heard anyone talk about. Because I do have like a few picks, like Rising Zen, Samurai Gunman, or Under the Skin, or... Thankfully some games have been more in vogue to talk about lately, like Tondemo Crisis or Incredible Crisis. Oh god, we should play Incredible Crisis on this channel. One day, one day. Shadow Hearts. Yeah, Shadow Hearts is really freaking great. That is one of the RPGs I would love to play on here one day. You really get to learn that Francis Bacon. Family friend's house, so I can't even tell you what it's called, but I remember playing a PS2 game where you're fighting nightmares inside people's dreams or something. Ooh. Fighting nightmares inside people's dreams. Remember you were teaming up with the Baku. I might know what that is. Get back to me later, I will hunt it down. Forever Kingdom or My Beloved Rumble Roses. Ooh, Forever Kingdom. Which one was that? Because I think I know it, but I might be getting it confused with like some other games like Graffiti Kingdom. FromSoft RPG where you play as 3 guys at once, they all share a life bar. Ooh. Oh wow, I just typed like dog shit there. So ooh, I've never seen this cover.
That was a close call.
I'll keep an eye out on that one.
I'll thank you this time.
This time.
Soya, Dr. Arai's son, right? Do you intend to fight the Volgara alone?
I was supposed to be your partner.
Oh.
If the
I mean, you still
Genesis
can be.
project hadn't been cancelled,
Handsome. Oh, you meant, okay.
Huh?
there's something I want to know. You have the power to synchronize with the Mega Knights. Tell me this. Is the Genesis system still operational?
Huh?
Even though it was my father's doing, I thought the Genesis project was wrong. It seemed like insanity to make half the world uninhabitable to humans. Now that I've seen the Volgara, I am struck with the reality of the situation. Could my father have been right about the Genesis project?
What are you saying?
Haven't they told you anything? Was the Genesis system locked down for good? But that's not what my father said.
Nothing you've said makes any sense.
Forget it. I thought you could understand the will of the Mega Knights,
The will of the
but you don't even know what they
Meganites.
represent.
Huh.
That in spite of your abilities.
Huh?
We're just getting a lot of dual hearts. Okay. I want to see if that's it. Oh, I know this game. I've never
We
played
bring
it
you a
though.
follow-up report on yesterday's Volgara incident.
Oh, I always wanted to try it.
A night after the Volgara attack,
Just
the
gonna
scope
keep
of
that tab
destruction has
open.
become evident. Damage is extensive and widespread. The
Oh.
total damage is estimated to be approximately 5 billion yen.
That's not too bad. The other weird one I remember was Aero Elite Combat Academy, which was a flight sim that was more about getting perfect scores and a bunch of training missions than actually fighting. I kind of like those training mission games. Look, handsome, I don't know shit about fuck. It's true, though. Okay, what else can we do with our guy? I don't think we can afford anything else. Everything is just out of our pay grade. Oh, we can get a better shield. And we're just about maxed out. And like, we're not even most of the way... Well, actually, we are most of the way through the game, but only marginally. Again, this game has about 53 missions, and we're just about to hit 30, which is pretty good. Aero Elite also had a fun concept where you could get into randomized scramble missions that would just pop up while dicking around the menus. Oh, like, I guess a nice early example of, like, procedural content. Sometimes those can be really fun, especially in that era where there's, like, no way to update the game. Hey, a plane just crossed into restricted territory. Go shoot a single bullet at him as a warning shot. Oh, I also think about Stretch Panic a lot, which we are going to play eventually. Because Stretch Panic kind of rules. I to this day don't understand exactly how Stretch Panic works, but oh my god, it is so bizarre. Like, imagine the cutest version of running around behind people and snapping their bra to kill them. It's a weird one. I always
Chairman,
forget it's treasure.
Be on your toes. This enemy. Something is not right about it. It could be plotting something.
I mean, they've been plotting a lot of things. So... Ooh. A color variation. which obviously means this is a level up. All right. Just get into position. You know, it's funny because Treasure is still around to this day, although operating on kind of a skeleton crew these days. And most of what they've been doing lately is just like getting remasters and ports. But like, I know there are people out there who would like pay bank for another like collection. Psycho's done this with 2 different. Oh no.
What?
More jammers.
What's wrong, Chairman?
I can't control the Mega Knight again.
What?
The enemy itself is emitting a powerful electromagnetic signal.
No.
So the Valgara itself is generating the jamming signal. The blasted Valgara. They keep coming back with new tricks.
The enemy itself is the jamming device. Are we out of options?
I'd foreseen this happening, so I modified the controller.
Oh, thank you.
Get inside its absolute control range.
Absolute control range.
Regardless of the conditions, the controller will function within 20 meters.
So just hop on its shoulder.
Absolute control range. Stay within 20 meters as a Mega Knight.
Just 20 meters? Getting within 20 meters of the Mega Knight's risky.
But we're going to do it. And dang it, we're going to like it. Unfortunately, we can't see shit. But yeah, there have been collections for like Darius, Psycho games. There have been like multiple Konami collections, like the Cowabunga collection for TMNT. There was a Wonder Boy collection of like 6 games in every single variation of those games. Which is like 21 different titles overall, which is insane to think about. Oh gosh, come on. So, I actually don't know why we haven't gotten like a good treasure collection lately. It seems perfectly sensible for us to finally get that. Oh god, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Bonk. Nope, not quite. Yes, okay. A treasure chest. Oh my god, that's the name. That's it. We've done all the marketing they need. It's a collection of treasure games called the Treasure Chest. Hell, put both Sin and Punishment games on there. That would be great. Oh, mid-air nap. Oh my god. See, the thing is, I don't know who all holds the rights to all of the treasure games. I think they license it out themselves. Because, as far as I'm aware, Gunstar Heroes and a number of other titles have actually made their way to other platforms. So, I don't think it's exclusively a problem of Sega, but I do know that there are other licensed things like Astro Boy Omega Factor, that like obviously they would have a hard time getting the rights for, since not only is that Astro Boy, it is the production company for that particular version of Astro Boy and the associated art. Oh, don't fall. Danger! Come on, dude. You can get up. There we go. But also, Treasure is not a big company right now. They are, as I have stated, operating kind of on a skeleton crew. And, they haven't, like, had the resources to make a new game in longer than I want to think about. Yeah, we actually got a request to play Astro Boy the Omega Factor, so I need to go hunt that down. See how I feel about getting it done. Whee! Oh, we are losing health. Yes! We can keep him up just by, like, punching him more before he lands. Yes, okay, cool. Boop. Oh, that was a tricky mission. Ugh.
Just barely won. Much too risky. He controls the Mega Knights without knowledge of their power. He's dangerous.
I mean, you're being a little unfair. I think you're being very rude, Soya. Like, you're handsome and cute, and also you can rock some leather, but come on.
Huh? Oh, it's you. Have a look at this impressive building. It's MHI's head office.
Oh yeah, I knocked that down the other day.
7 years ago, we were rivals with Tsukioka Industries. But now, we've grown to be the world's second largest arms manufacturer.
I'm pretty sure that this is the same advertisement campaign that Snapple used a long time ago.
MHI kept growing while your Tsukioka Industries went down the drain.
We're number 2. We're number 2. Do we know in this universe who number 1 is? Is it Bullnose? I
We
don't
bring
think-
you a
maybe.
follow-up report on yesterday's Volgara incident. A night after the Volgara attack, the scope of destruction has become evident. Damage is extensive and widespread.
Oh, come on. It was
The
okay.
damage was concentrated in Senjo's new city center.
It was
the following
fine.
buildings have been destroyed. The stadium. These buildings have been completely destroyed.
I think we've destroyed the
Total
stadium
damage is
almost
estimated
every
to
single
be
opportunity
approximately
we've had.
5 billion yen.
Okay, so the stadium is not 20 billion yen. That's good. That's good to know. It's not so much a damning thing if we lose that. Oh, but that's a lot of... Look at that! That's like an extra 10 billion. Construction Minister Award. Hot damn. Every time, like, those things come up, it's like, no, actually, I did great. Like, what are you complaining about? It's fine. It's perfect. Alright, now how much do we need for the Nova Grenade? 18 billion. That's an expensive-ass grenade. Oh my god. That is ridiculous. And once we do all that, we can start buying up weapons for all of our units. There's not... It's kind of weird to say, like, oh yeah, most of the weapons aren't relevant. You don't need them. It's fine. But this is like one of those weird games where you just do what works. It's dominant strategy. Do people like, I've explained dominant strategy, right? Well, I'll reiterate. Dominant strategy is when you have a strategy that is effective 100% of the time, or at least nearly foolproof, which means if people can find that strategy, even if it's annoying, even if it's a grind, even if it takes them forever, if it reduces risk down to next to nothing, people will use it. So we're kind of doing a little bit of that. There are probably other things we can do. There are probably better mechs we could have used, like Vavel would have been a better choice for that last mission just because he's a lot easier to get on top of. That's what she said. And so so because we were so used to Lyle, and because we know it works, we've just been operating on that. Not strategically the best option. But also, I don't care. It helps me win.
Well, what do we have here?
Excuse me? Do we have mobsters?
Now this should fetch a decent price. This is my lucky day. Merchandise like this is a rare find indeed.
Yeah, harder games is where dominant strategy tends
Shaman,
to come to play.
do your duty.
I'm playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot right now, and the first bit of DLC, I bought the season pass, the first one, a while after it came out when it was on sale, and I never got around to it. And I just loaded it up last night, and one of the characters basically gives you an option to train and power level your way through the game, which I naturally did. And so now my Goku is level 100 and I'm one-shotting everything because they gave me the option. And also I already played through the entirety of main story and was already pretty high up, and they gave me a free PS5 upgrade, so of course I was going to use it. Okay, let's see. We're going to get a very interesting perspective here. No!
What?
And you got me a cutscene. What the hell?
Shaman, what is it?
The controls suddenly stopped responding.
Oh no.
Not again. But the jamming signal isn't emanating from the enemy itself. Where then?
Oh no.
The jamming signal originates from the edge of town. It must be a jamming device. There is just...
It must have been overlooked the other day.
Fine, I'll destroy it. Since there's only one, it will be easy.
The device is indicated by the red spot on your map.
Okay, I guess we're running. I always love games that give you the option to just grind your way to trivializing combat. I mean, yeah. We kind of did that with Bloodborne when we played. But that game also has a lot of countermeasures to grinding, like, you know, the soft caps for stats, making it so that, like, you can't really do that forever. I think we're about to hit a cutscene. But
What? There's nothing here.
I love me a baked-in option. You know, I love it.
Jamming, the jamming device, it's moving.
Say what?
Of course it's on a pickup.
What a haul! What a haul! Wouldn't want any harm to come to my treasure in battle. No, indeed not.
Sir?
Well, that jamming device exists. You must be within 20 meters of your Mega Knight. Find and destroy that jamming device.
Oh boy. Okay.
EGG's Ellen here. A truck's loose in town. It ignored our guidance and hightailed it toward the supermarket. The driver hasn't been ID'd. Watch out for it.
Okay. Well, thankfully, we have, I think, the fastest running shoes in the game. So we should probably be able to just run after it like
This
the
is
T1000.
Soya. The truck's parked
Was
in
it the
front of the
T2000?
supermarket. Hurry.
Either way, we're not a cop, so it's fine. Whee!
Please stop your truck and unload your cargo immediately.
And who might you be? This is my merchandise, I'll have you know. Give me one good reason to stop.
Your cargo is a Vulgaro radio jamming device. It's interfering with the Mega Knight's controls. Stop and unload it immediately.
Could you let
That's
me...
good to know. This
chase us?
definitely will fetch a good price. So long.
You scoundrel.
Oh,
This is so.
I'm
Oh
never
yeah, the
over
truck's parked in front of the train
the delivery.
station. Hurry.
Wait, if it goes on the train station, it goes away. It doesn't have unlimited range, right? Oh my god, what if it has unlimited range? They could stick one of these in Australia and we'd be fucked.
EGG's Ellen here. A truck's loose in town. It ignored our guidance and hightailed it towards Senjo High School. The driver hasn't been ID'd. Watch out for it.
Gimme.
Ah!
Hi, Penguin. Please let me. My dude, I don't really feel that bad because you're clearly a villain, but... Okay, I still can't quite move. What do I need to do now? Come on. Do I need to just keep lobbing it? Yeah, I think I do. Alright. We're not too far away, so I'm just gonna float up. Quick. There we go, yes! Oh no. There we go. We'll make it. It'll be fine. We can't see, and that's okay. Oh god, we really were just completely turned around. Okay, okay, okay. We're doing this. Hey, bud. Oh, we landed right in front of him, too. That's good. That's great. I love that. Donk. Well, you missed. I'm kind of relying on one specific punch, this like haymaker I've got going on. Mostly because like everything else just knocks enemies so far away that it's actually really inconvenient. Is that a reset?
Huh?
That was my condo. Please, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it.
Oh no.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. She's actually been fine to us. Like, she's great, but she's not in the now. So, unfortunately, her condo must die. For the greater good. There you go. Come on. Okay, let's get a little bit closer. Hug this wall right here. Whee! Her condo's just like the my cabbages in Avatar. Just keeps getting got. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. The thing is, it's great. Then she's going to jaw at us about having to stay in the rest area at the CPF. There we go, come on. You just wear down his health so much before he even falls.
Blasted. Those meddlers. That was a sure bet to cash in handsomely.
That is some dialogue.
They'll regret this, indeed.
They really should have just written like, I'm the villain of this story. Just putting a little lampshade on there, just like sticking it on there, wearing it like a hat.
We bring you a follow-up report on yesterday's Volgara incident. A night damage appears to be worse than originally.
Okay, so
Damage was
that's
particularly-
not too
Total
bad.
damage is estimated to exceed 30 billion yen.
Ooh. Okay, that's not great. But we didn't destroy any like buildings that mattered. Not a single one. Not a single one that was of particular note. Nothing that we have to worry about. It's fine. Everything worked out. Hi, Mika. Oh boy.
Whew. Tuning the Mega Knights took a long time.
You keep tuning
Wow,
the
it's
Mega
late.
Knights.
I should just catch a snooze in the rest quarters.
I'm already here.
Because I blew
Keiko?
up your place, I know.
I'm staying here too, because my condo was destroyed. Please don't try anything funny. My condo was just attacked by a Volgara. I have to learn how to protect myself.
Against the Volgara? I think she's starting to get mad at us. So maybe we should start leaning away from it. Just a little bit. It does... Okay, so... It's the final twist that she's going to be a robot? Ooh, that would be fun. It's not going to happen, but it would be really funny. But I gotta imagine, if we keep blowing it up, is she eventually just going to spite us? Is she going to, like, finally, like, get into it with us? Is she going to pull out a gun? Because that would be kind of funny, actually. Ugh. Oh god, this little slippy walk. Oh hey, we haven't seen her, like, all stream.
Hi! Going home now?
You look like you're not dying.
Hi, Nanao. Feel like walking home together for a change?
Oh, but I have to go to work.
Okay. I'll escort you to your work.
Thanks.
Oh, she likes us. Okay, so now we just have to follow her.
Where I work is shown by the red spot on the map.
That we both definitely have.
Okay, we should hurry.
Oh, she picked up a second job. So now we have the bakery and the cafe to protect. So while we're probably going to avoid the worst ending, I want to make sure that we can at least get the best possible ending for one character, which would be nice. You know, it makes me wonder if they were to do a sequel to this game after all these years, because Sandlot's been on the EDF tip for a long time. I think they've also had their hand in a few other projects, but if they did a new RAD or a remote control dandy or whatever they want to call it, I like the idea of pulling a system from Mega Man Legends and having it so that the city has persistent damage to a certain extent, but rebuilds over time. So it's not just like instantly rebuilt, but you do get to enjoy like the experience of seeing the work that you put into rebuilding the city and protecting it. It's free real estate. Exactly. I do hope somebody comes along and like tries to figure out how to make some version of this game again. Because, like, Lindsay, I would absolutely let you... I would step aside and let you live your late 90s, early 2000s anime dreams. Someone give me a ton of money to give to Lindsay. I just want to make Outlaw Star the RPG, okay? Your taste does you a lot of credit. We never got... Did we ever get an Outlaw Star game? I know we got a couple of Cowboy Bebop games, including one that came out way after its original airing. But I don't think we ever got, to my recollection, an Outlaw Star one. In an RPG, combined with like a little bit of like spaceflight stuff, seems like a natural fit.
Thanks for keeping me company.
Sure, I thought you worked at the bakery.
I'm doing double duty. I finally managed to find the second job.
Okay, I get it.
But there's a big problem. The store might close.
Why would the store close? And why are we looking at that building?
That company, Odawara Enterprise, is trying to buy out the store.
So we want to destroy that building.
They're trying to buy up the land around here. They've threatened people too.
Oh
That's
my god.
terrible.
Oh my god.
I hope this store doesn't close. I have to go. Thanks for walking me here.
So they're not going to mind me just running up and punching the fuck out of it, right?
That's bullying people into selling their land. It's worth a look. Odawara Enterprise is the red spot on the map.
Target. Oh no, if only we had a ton of money we could use to protect the area from large corporations. But I don't want to solve gentrification. I want to build giant robots.
So this is it. Odawara Enterprise. Trying to monopolize land while the war is going on. Someone's coming out.
Is it gonna be Soya? Nope, it's that guy.
Losing that treasure hurt. Who knows what that device would have fetched?
It's the Jamma Thief.
The Jamma Thief. God, these line reads are so good.
Straight urchin, what are you looking at? You want something?
Yeah, we're definitely going to see if we can blow up this building.
What? What is happening?
Like, that's the implication here, right? Like, we're going to blow up this building? Just completely destroy it? Give me some narrative structure here. Like, what are we doing?
It's a Volgara.
Really? Okay, that's fine. Let's see. It looks like he's coming right for us, so that's great.
Meganite ready for launch. Please press the select button.
They're not saying not to blow it up. They're giving us reason to believe that if it happens to fall, it's not going to be that big a deal, and in fact would help the now. So I think we're going to do a little collateral damage. Oh gosh, okay, so getting a good scoot on. Okay, I think if we want to do this, and we are going to attempt to do this to see how this turns out, we need to get, we need to get over to his side as best we can anyway. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Yes, this is good. This is good.
It's collapsing!
Oh,
My
yes.
beautiful building!
All right.
This isn't right!
Oh, it's so, yet it feels so right. Oh. Oh God, look at our frickin' power stance. We just got some serious legginess going on. The gams. Oh no. I was so busy looking at my legs that I fell right down. Stop that. Come on. And then, boop. I think I can keep positioning myself so that we are constantly pushing him into the greens, into the plains, into the fields, with not a single goddamn building in front of us. Oh, and that means we have more room to use straights and uppercuts. Hell yes, I love it. Ooh, I wonder. Let's try it. Super move. Crotch rocket. I think that worked. Oh boy. I crotched him so
we bring
good.
you a follow-up report on yesterday's Volgara incident.
I
A night
bodied
after
him
the
with my
Volgara
crotch
attack,
rocket.
The scope of destruction has become evident. Damage is extensive and widespread.
I disagree.
The damage
It was very highly
concentrated in
localized.
downtown Senjo.
Like
Total
intensely.
damage is estimated to be approximately 2 billion yen.
But that's not bad. That's adequate. That's a good day. Oh, and we got the Construction Minister Award. So actually, we did great. Oh, I love it. I love it. How many missions are we now? Like, we're deep in the paint.
Hi, Nanao. How have you been?
Oh, good. I've been getting steady work, so I'm getting by. And my place has been miraculously spared.
Hey, we're getting payoff.
Thank you. I mean, for being so concerned about me. Want to come over to my place sometime?
Ma'am.
I'll make you dinner.
Bread and water soup?
I'll cook up a feast. How about some fried potato dumplings?
Oh, she's actually doing really well for herself.
Whew.
Oh, that's like weirdly gratifying because I know that she can like be in a bad situation. I know how bad it can get. She can have a real in-water ending. But like now she's actually offering us for real food and she seems to be thriving in spite of the fact that she is going to school and working 2 jobs. I would not wish that on anyone, but considering all factors, she's doing okay. And good for her. Alright, our midlife crisis 17-year-old is now fully stacked. And now we can make modifications. We're going to focus once again on Lagwheel. And let's see, with armor done, maximally amplified. Oh, I do want a throw move. That would be fun. And let's see. These others are a little bit too expensive, so we're not going to worry about that. So let's see what that move is. We gotta like flip through the pages while crouching, simultaneously both sticks up. Okay. We've got a thunder cannon and a thunder arm that we haven't made use of. And let's see, anything else? Ooh. Oh wait, we can hook twice? Double screw punch. Double punch. Oh, I have some new moves to try out. Oh, that's exciting. We can get nasty. Oh. By the way, if y'all haven't had a chance, yesterday we played a special episode of Funny Little Guy Friends Days. We played Pizza Tower, and that game rips so much shit. It's so good. I'm still thinking about it. Like, I'm going to be playing it more tonight, and I think I'm going to be using up all 3 save files just to play more of that game. It is obscene how much I have been enjoying my time with it.
Hi! How may I help you?
You have a 3rd job.
Oh,
Then now? You're working here now?
yep. I'm a grocer now.
But has it made you want to eat more pizza? We talked about pizza so much yesterday that I can't help it. I just want pizza. Pizza is the perfect food.
You switched jobs.
Where I last worked, well, a robot flattened it.
Nuh-uh.
I had no money and no work when I found this live-in job.
I get it.
Wait.
Nanau's a wonderful girl. She's really been a great help.
Okay, so this is like story mandated homelessness.
It's true. I hope she won't leave us. Why, she's like the daughter that I never had.
Thank you. I really enjoy working here.
Then now, good for you. Hang in there.
Will do. I'd better get to work. You be good too.
It's good things worked out for the now. The grocers appear to be decent people too. The now's been alone since her grandma died, so maybe she's finally found a new family.
Oh, wait.
Yeah?
You were worried about me, weren't you? Thank you. I'm glad you came by.
Yeah, I'd heard you found a new job. The owners appear to be decent people. Good for you.
And where's the wrinkle in this story?
But I think the store's in trouble. A big supermarket opened nearby.
Here we go. Oh my god.
They're taking the customers.
Oh my god, we really are just
This
going after
supermarket.
big box stores and corporations with our giant robots.
That's not all. That real estate agency. They're trying to get the store's land. They've been harassing the Yaos to move out.
Odawara Enterprise. That sleazeball is still up to his old tricks.
Well, anyway, I have to get back to work. Bye.
We have to destroy 2 buildings without destroying the grocery store.
I should check out the supermarket. The supermarket's the red spot on the map.
I kind of love this. Like, not a lot of games where you're supposed to protect the place give you opportunities to just completely mess up something else. Because it's still protecting the places you care about. And I appreciate that. Just a little bit of leftist terrorism.
So this is a supermarket. I guess I could destroy this place accidentally on purpose.
My dude. My dude. The implicit has become explicit. It is... Go ahead, Godzilla. Destroy the financial district. Wow. I kind of love this game. There have been a lot of concerning things, but it is okay with a little property damage to save local business. And, I mean, I'm not against that.
Chairman, they're launching the Mega Knight. It's up to you.
Not many games that allow objectives to get wrecked and not have it be an automatic fail state. Just let you sit with the consequences if you so choose. And even better, they're just letting us kind of do this. Like, it's fine. It's great, actually. So I'm just going to stand next to this.
Keiko, I need to know how the evacuations are going. Patch me into EGG's radio.
Roger.
Hey,
I'll
Chowda?
do it.
Reminds me of a headcanon I once saw that Godzilla and the Geico Gecko are brothers. Oh my gosh. Wait, that's Eileen.
EGG Squad 2's Ellen here. The supermarket area has been cleared. Over.
Okay, cool.
Acknowledged. Pull out before things get rough. Over.
Roger. Over and
Whee! Oh no!
Oops. There goes the supermarket.
Oh no! You good? Yeah, she's good. It's fine. Every day is great at your Junas. Okay. We also have the other building to deal with, but looks like... Let's see. Oh, he's like gone off in a different direction. They even tell us we don't have to worry about civilian casualties, which I personally love. Oh. Oh no! He's right next to the building! Oh no. Alright. Hey, Mimasek. Welcome to the chat. Mimasek? Either way, welcome. Okay, so now we've got this little building here. We're just gonna casually do a little property damage. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's strategic property damage. And also, we're totally just trying to hit the Volgara, so it's fine.
That was Odawara Enterprise.
Oh, that was some good delivery. Oops. Whee! And look, we're right next to a whole bunch of greenery. With no risk to any important buildings anymore. Absolutely nothing of value being lost. Oh, I love it. I adore it. Boop. Boop. And boop. Nope, not quite. Oh.
Oh no.
No.
That's when the now worked.
Crap. Reset. We're redoing it. We're absolutely not doing that. Remember, one of the rules that we have for this playthrough is that we are keeping everything that is the nows like intact. The now is going to get the best ending. We're going to do that because she deserves it. This is a girl who has had everything go wrong in her life, and we are going to provide her with the world. T-E-S-L-A, who do we eradicate? Okay. Hopefully I saved. If I didn't, I'm going to be a little bummed, but it'll be fine. Nope, we're good. May not be able to give her a better life, but let's make sure it doesn't get any worse. See, exactly. Okay, so the strategy in which case is that we need to ensure that we are pointed... We need to ensure our positioning a little bit better so that we're knocked directly, so that we are not knocked directly into the city. We need to get it over into the greens as much as possible, which means a lot of side swipes, which should be pretty easy. Once we get over to Odawara Enterprise, we should be able to simply, if we're fast enough, make it so that we don't have to worry about anything. So we're going to head to the supermarket. Once she's done talking about all this, because she's going to mention both the supermarket and Odawara Enterprise. There's the supermarket, which is where we're going to start. The Volgara is going to teleport over to Odawara, as if they want us to do this. And they do. They are encouraging our little act of public property destruction, and I appreciate that. And once again, I'm just very pleased by the idea of providing the player something to destroy in a game where you have to protect, because it provides some actual benefit. Destruction is a necessary part of creation. It's called mechanical theming. It's called ludonarrative resonance. And it's very good and very important. Alright, let's get up onto this guy's head. It's also nice that it's not a full objective, but a fun little side quest challenge. Yeah, it's just another little bit where we get to go, oh yeah, this is fun, this is great.
Keiko, I need to know how the evacuations are going. Patch me into EGG's radio.
Right, we need to hold off for a
Roger.
second.
I'll do it.
So we're going to fast forward. We're going to let Eileen do her thing. I may have stepped on her. I hope I didn't.
EGG Squad 2's Ellen here.
Oh, no.
The supermarket area has been cleared. Over.
Acknowledged. Pull out before things get rough. Over.
Roger. Over and out.
You stop that. Oh no.
Oops. There goes the supermarket.
Oh, that's fine. We did it. Yay. What perfect timing. Alright, let's rush over. And as soon as this guy teleports, we're going to switch over to Fortress mode. scratch that. I just saw my ex get yeeted clear over the building. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. Okay. We're gonna fly. Whee! Oh boy. Now, where are you going? Okay. We're not quite aimed correctly, but that's fine. Now we need to avoid that street over there. So we are going to drop down somewhere around here. I want to quickly switch over. Oh, come on. Oh, get that momentum. Oh my god. You can do it. Okay, fine. Screw you. Bonk, bonk. Oh no, I seem to be having trouble aiming.
Oops.
How weird.
That was Odawara Enterprise.
I love that delivery. Okay, as long as we don't use any straights or uppercuts, we won't risk anything falling over. And now we'll be happy, and that's all I care about right now. Spent the last 20 minutes live reacting to every Fire Emblem engaged character to my friend. Isn't it a treat? Isn't it just a delight? By the way, I'm still very much enjoying my time with that game. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, no, we aren't having. Oh, that was close. They all look like VTubers, except Kagetsu and Seagull, who should kiss. They are all designed by a VTuber designer, so that's actually true. You hit the nail on the head. That was the special, the special guest designer for that game is prominent in the VTuber scene. It's a weird thing, but I get it. Because like the way VTubers get designed is very much this kind of like, what I'm about to say is intended as a compliment, but I understand how it sounds. It is very DeviantArt OC kind of experience. They are incredibly self-indulgent, or incredibly indulgent for the person who they're made for. Although, not always. Jenny VTuber is like an incredibly classy, simple design meant with the intent of creating a late 20s, early 30s something office lady, which is great, including the tired eyes. It's an adorable VTuber. There's no added value in this application. It's, you know, it's kind of funny because these sorts of designs are very much meant to be like, it's a very shallow game, and I don't say this to be mean. It's just very much like a love letter to Fire Emblem more than anything else. Okay, don't crack the buildings down. I wonder if I can bait him over. Would you like to be baited, sir? Would the alien like to be baited? Yeah, it's like, it's a very indulgent game. It's a much more accessible floor to jump onto. I will simply never recover from how hard Linhardt's time skip glow up slapped. So many time skips in Fire Emblem 3 Houses were just so good.
You know, after the supermarket got wrecked.
So many people got hot. after being just complete Dorcases.
I have to work hard.
Hang in there now.
But then again, Three Houses is like a high watermark for me. It's one of my favorite Fire Emblems, and it's not close. Even Three Hopes is like
We bring you a
genuinely
follow-up
good.
report on yesterday's Volgara incident. A night after the Volgara attack, the scope of destruction has become evident.
Nothing of value was
Damage appears
lost.
to be worse than originally estimated.
Oh, it's fine.
Damage was particularly heavy in downtown Senjo.
It's okay. Local
The destroyed
businesses are still
buildings are as
intact.
follows. The supermarket. These buildings have been completely destroyed.
They're not even going to mention
Total
Odawara
damage is
Enterprise.
estimated to exceed 20 billion yen.
Like, not even going to touch on it. It's great. I love that. We did fantastic. Those places are probably insured to hell and back anyway. Yeah, they're freaking chain stores. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. And I believe when we loaded up our save, we did not get our Nova Grenade set up, but we have a ton of other money. So, dream job is designing like 30 cool teams with cool outfits and then getting to redesign those same teams as cool adults. Yeah. And Fire Emblem set up that expectation, and unfortunately that's going to be hard to meet. So now we just got to be like, yeah, I guess I have to like design my own game like a tool. I don't really see a lot of value in getting the weapons set up, but I do think now's a good time to start maxing out our inventory. And my cat screams again. Hi, Sam. She has been so cranky today. You know, I know nothing about I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. It looks very pretty in a lot of ways. But I wonder how I would feel about it actually playing it. It was one of those games that I saw the trailers for back at E3 last year, I think. And I liked what I saw, but I realized that it wasn't going to be my kind of game. But at the same time, I remember the art being really good and the concept being really interesting. Ooh, Pandreo. I don't know. I need to figure out who that character is. Oh, yeah. He looks like a problem. Yeah, that makes sense. Just somebody who has absolutely been involved in or knows too much about sex crimes. He comes pre-must. It's vulgar. Oh, God. Oh, no. Hi, Sam. You're still screaming.
We bring
She's
you
just
breaking
at my
news.
doorway, crying.
3 Volgara robots have appeared in Senjo.
Hi.
They made their so-called Phantom Out appearance on the outskirts of the city. A Class A evacuation warning has been issued for all of Senjo. However, due to the enemy's sudden appearance, evacuation efforts are lagging. Casualties could be severe if the enemies are left unchecked. Oh, we have updated news. The Volgara robots have changed direction.
Here's an idea that can only come from a few glasses of wine, you and me, all Fire Emblem characters, and a tier list. I mean, let's fucking go.
From the scene.
I would love to do that. I'm actually getting something set up.
At the edge of the city
I mean, we'll watch this and I'll talk about it.
for Mount Chihaya. What
But I have
compelled them to head
plans.
for the mountain rather than attack the city? Whatever the reason, thanks to this inexplicable course change, the city's unprepared populace has been spared.
Let's see. First, you can remember in-game that a character died in the previous loop and save them in the current loop. That reminds me of Gnosis, which is a great game, by the way, for anyone who wants to play a single-player Among Us with, like, very queer anime designs. So that sounds really interesting. I like that idea. I didn't know it had a Groundhog's Day mechanic. Anyway, people should go play Gnosis. It's great. Like, genuinely very good. Let's see. You and me, all Fire Emblem characters, and a tier list. Yeah, so I have a plan to make a round table template for this stream, or for this channel, that is specifically so I can get people on board to have little ping tubers everywhere, all commenting on a tier list that everyone can, like, see in real time. And I think it'd be really good. It's very, like, Mystery Science Theater, but not blacked out. It could be a lot of fun.
So this is Mount Chihaya.
I will figure out what to draw you as. It could be fun. Oh, good. Like, if I can get it set up, I would love to have a few people invited onto the channel just to do these as, like, little regular events. Especially if we can work together to make those tier lists. Cassowary, yeah. Violent, powerful kicks. I would definitely use that to describe you. Just a bird that inflicts violence. Bless you. Okay. I don't think we can climb up the hill. But maybe we can jump it. Yes, we can. Hell yes. Okay. This might be a long mission. We're going to do our best.
Confound it! The enemy noticed the plant.
Okay, we gotta run.
Shaman, protect the plant.
I would love to.
I didn't know there was a building like that here.
But that's gonna be hard.
That is the georite mining plant.
The what?
That's where we mine the Meganite mineral energy. It must be defended.
Okay.
Okay, I need you to sit down while I go do this. And we're gonna haul ass as best we can, given the fact that we are very large. Oh wait, let's just take a shortcut. So I'm pretty sure this is where we gotta go. Whee! Come on. No. Crouch. There we go. Hey, bud. Oh, he has the low ground. That's an advantage here. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. But we'll figure it out. It's fine. But you can't have the low ground against an uppercut. That thing goes in low and fast. Ooh, got the block just in time. This might be our last mission for the day, so hopefully we can impress a little bit here. Ooh. Yes, all right. We're doing great. Oof. Ow. That's fine. That's fine. So we fell down. And so they're all coming our direction. And we're going to lose visibility as we punch the crap out of everything. Oh, there we go. Yes. We're starting to get the hang of this game. Holy cow. Oh, come on. Eh. Yes. Get them both. Get them both. We can lose a power tower. It's fine. We even managed to stop him from actually landing the wrong hit on us. We are successfully crowd controlling. Holy cow, this is working out a little better than I had planned. I love it. Oh, and there's number 3. All right. Here we go. This is gonna suck, but we're gonna do it. Oh gosh. Okay, part of the power plant is destroyed, but I guess as long as the whole thing isn't flat, we're good. Let's rush over, do our best to get these guys out of here. Come on. Okay, good. Got one knocked away for a second. This is a bad situation, if I'm going to be honest. Ow. But we're going to make it work.
There's too many of them.
Oh dear. Okay. Wait, that's good. That means there's a story element that's going to help us. Right? Yes. Hello. Hello. The person I assume is Soya. There's no way it isn't Soya, right?
It's the Black Mega Knight. It's helping us again.
Come on. There's another one down. Dang it. Oh. Oh no. Okay, we need to get away. No, don't do that. I don't want you doing that. That's bad. My dude, you messed it up. And you made it harder to see too. Okay, but at least they're pointed away from us, or away from the power plant. So we've got that going for us. Oh no, this is bad. My dude, please. I'm very impressed by your rocket punch, but I can't do this right now. Okay, that's another down. No! like gritting my teeth. I'm clenching super hard. No, don't do this. Oh, we're running low on health finally. But we have a buddy, so it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'm going to focus on my whoop. Bah. There is so much happening right now. So much shaking. Oh god. It's fine. It's fine. Let's see. Let's try to aim. Ow. We did it!
That was too close. The
Oh
enemies
my
were
god.
trying to destroy our energy plant.
You really don't know anything, do you?
There he is.
Sawyer,
They were after georite. Georite is the mineral that fuels the Mega Knight's alchemic drive.
Hey,
But
he's starting to say the
it appears
thing.
as if georite is an important energy source for the Volgara too. And Mount Chahaya happens to have the planet's largest deposit of georite.
so that's why the Volgara headed for Mount Chahaya.
Now you're getting it.
Georite. The Mega Knights and Volgara run on the same energy. The Volgara and the Mega Knights, are they alike?
So you're
They're
that
after
ignorant
our
about the Mega Knights.
unobtanium. Oh my god.
This is nothing like what Father said.
Uh-oh.
But having come this far, the orders have to be followed.
Oh no. What are you going to do? What's the thing? What's the deal? We are ending on a cliffhanger. We have more information that we don't know what to do with. Also, thank you for that little comic. I read it.
We bring you a follow-up report on yesterday's Volgara
And
incident.
yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of where I was
A
for a
night
minute.
after the Volgara attack, the scope of destruction has become evident.
It wasn't terrible.
Damage is extensive and widespread.
No.
The
It was
damage was
fine.
concentrated in the vicinity of Mount Chahaya. Total damage is estimated to be approximately 2 billion yen.
Oh, that's nothing. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The thing is, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway. Did we get... Oh, yep. 30 billion as a base reward and an additional 5 billion for a good job. We did good. Like, it's fine. It worked out. It's all good. It's fine. Anyway, I think that's actually like a really good stopping point. So what all did we do today? We got like, I don't know, nearly like 7 or so missions done today. We also, let's see, we met Soya. He's a very handsome boy. He is our third romance option. Not mechanically, but emotionally, yes. We got to listen to our ex's fiance mouth off. We saved Nanao and actually improved her livelihood. It's great. And now we're starting to learn about georite. We are starting to learn more about the Mega Knights themselves and how related they are to the Volgara, because all of this stuff is related. There is no doubt in my mind that the Volgara and the Mega Knights are the same thing in some capacity, which I think is kind of interesting. So we're going to see how this all lines up, because I think we're now at the point where I've never gotten this far, because I wasn't very good at this game when I first played it, and now I'm good enough to get 31 missions deep. So for now we're stopping. thank you all for coming. I've been Robin Anderjack with Out of the Sea, and will continue to be so for the foreseeable future. The usual housekeeping is VOD is available for 60 days after initial airing, completely free. There are follower and subscriber exclusive emotes, including the High Debbie emote designed by Lark, and the Angelus Poggers emote from Drakengard. And let's see, if you want to support the channel, I am currently using that money to get a new mic right now. I am actively looking for a new mic, so hopefully within the month, we're going to have some better equipment. And the best way to do that is to follow the channel, click the notification bell for notifications when I go live, and subscriptions. They really do help. I use the money for the channel. And that's it. That's everything. Thank you all for coming. We'll be back on Saturday with more of this. And as a heads up, next week, no Friends Day. So if you're excited for those, Ryan is not going to be with us, and I do not want to have a Friends Day without him. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Get hydrated, get vaccinated, get masked up. Be good, be safe, be awesome, and be gone. Bye, everybody.